After the noob government broke into my house and discovered that I was housing an illegal item, my stone pickaxe, I was now being sent to somewhere terrible. The noob police took me all the way to the mountains where no one ever escapes from. This place was dreaded by every noob in the world, and you did not want to end up here. But because of my crimes, I was now being sent to the noob prison. Except this is no ordinary prison. This prison was only meant for noobs that committed crimes that were punishable by death. And having a tool that's not wooden will get you here. Noobs one by one are placed above a giant pit that looks like dirt, but is very much not. They drop into a pit of lava and are never seen again. And within minutes, this was going to be the same fate that I was going to suffer.
Noob Ebbo, in about 2 minutes you will be sent to the pit for your illegal actions. These illegal actions include the possession of an illegal item, which in this case was a stone pickaxe. I suggest you take these last moments of your life to reflect on why you decided to break the rules.
And just like that, that was the end of my journey. I had no way to escape. This was the end. Wait, was it? Wait, I'm literally in a dirt prison right now. Wait, what? I could literally just dig out. There's no guards around? Okay, I'm just gonna go over here, and hopefully no one sees me. I went to the corner of my cell and waited till no guards were around, and I started digging through the walls. I was gonna dig my way out of the noob prison. I had no clue what I was gonna do when I got out, because once I did, I was gonna be a wanted man. I started building my way up, and I dug into another player's cell. Oh, hey.
Hey, what are you doing in my cell? How did you get here?
Don't worry, just act like I wasn't here. I estimated that I had about 1 minute before the guard figured out I was gone, so I was gonna need to make a fast escape. I got up to the surface, and I didn't see any guards around. But I was also in the worst position possible. I had no cover, and I was out in the open. I had no choice but to just start running down the mountain. I was hoping that if I got away from the mountains, I would find a forest. But I ran into a huge problem, and that was the noobs guarding the edge of the mountains. I had no clue how I was going to get past them. It would only be about 30 more seconds before all the noobs in the area are alerted about my escape. This was my only chance, and I was gonna need to think of something fast, or else I was gonna be sent back to that prison with no second chances. But then I remembered something I completely forgot. All of the guards are just noobs. So I decided to walk right up and pretend that I was a noob. I made sure not to sprint, and I just casually walked by all the noob guards, and most of them didn't even pay attention to me. When I got over the mountain, I saw the forest. But
Hey, you there.
Hey.
What is your noob name?
My noob name is Evmo.
Evmo? What is your role, Evmo?
My role is to get more dirt, of course, because I love dirt.
You know, a prisoner with a very similar name just escaped, and I have word that he's trying to escape into the forest.
Oh, well, you know, the crazy thing is I was actually going to go into the forest to look for him.
Checks out. Alright, you can go.
Oh my god, that actually worked. By some miracle, I outsmarted the new police and I escaped into the dirt forest. I had cover, except I was still running into a huge problem, and that was I had nowhere to go. I couldn't go back to Noob Village because they were obviously gonna be looking for me there, but at the same time, I couldn't even mine these trees to get wooden tools. These trees were completely dirtified. But that's when I discovered something actually crazy. I found a clearing in the forest, and when I went into it, I found something that looked like the remnants of an old base. But this wasn't just any base. This looked like a pro base. It's been years since I've seen a pro base, and most of them were wiped out by the noob government because they didn't want noobs seeing that bases like that actually existed. But this was an underground base. I took a look around to make sure I wasn't being set up, and I decided to head my way down into the base. If there was any chance I was gonna find leftover loot that could help me in some way, it was gonna be in this base. I looked around, but I wasn't even surprised to see that everything was covered in dirt. It was hard to even make out what this base used to be made out of because it was all just dirt now. Even the crops were dirt. I went over to one of the walls and I found out that there were barrels all alongside the wall. Each one was empty and I had no luck finding anything. But then I opened one barrel and I found a skewt. I was so confused. This was such a weird thing to find in a barrel left over in a pro base. Why would a pro leave behind a skewt? I didn't make any sense of it, but I decided to keep looking through all the barrels to see what I could find. So many of them were empty, but at the very top, I found a piece of paper with writing on it. It said 487, 59, 778. I had no clue what that meant. But things were getting weirder now. Why was there pieces of paper with writing on them? And why were they hidden in these barrels? Then, it got even weirder when I found a piece of paper that said it's a curse. Things were getting really strange now, and I had to find more clues. I went over to the other wall, and I ended up finding more scutes. Better yet, I found another piece of paper that said hope. That's it. There were too many thoughts in my head to process what was going on. I kept looting the chest and kept finding more scutes. Then, I found a paper that said still pros. And one final paper that said vanishing. And that was the last I found in all of the chests. There was nothing left in all of the barrels except for 5 scutes and those 5 pieces of paper. I had no clue what to make of them. What I did know is that a pro left these here for a reason, but what was it? All of these messages made no sense. Hope? Still pros? Does that mean there are still pros out there somewhere? And what are these numbers? I feel like I've seen numbers like that before, but I just couldn't remember. Except I did remember one thing. 5 scutes? That must have meant I was supposed to make a turtle shell. I crafted the helmet and I put it on, but other than that, I still had no clue what to do. And that's when the realization hit me. The numbers on the first piece of paper were coordinates. It's been too long since I actually knew how to use coordinates, but I knew the coordinates were in this base, and they were right in this corner. There was something this pro left somewhere hidden in this corner. I just needed to find it. I tried breaking open the wall, but the block must have been dirt-covered stone, and nothing happened. But the other one was wood. I punched open the wall, and to my surprise, there was a barrel down below. I went ahead and opened it, and what I found was a book. A book of Curse of Vanishing. Suddenly, some of the pieces started connecting. I had 2 pieces of paper, and I put them together, and they said it's a curse and vanishing. I just knew this couldn't have been a coincidence. Why else would the pro have gone through great lengths to hide that book? But I had no ideas, except one crazy one. I took the turtle shell off of my head, and I opened one of the anvils. This was my only idea. I had no clue what I was doing, but I may as well go for it. I didn't know why I did it, but the scutes being left, the turtle shell helmet, and the book, I don't know, it just sounded right. So, I put on the helmet. What is going on? Blocks that are not dirt? What's happening right now? I'm so lost. What is going on? I don't get it. How is this turtle helmet making me see regular blocks? This doesn't make any sense. It all looks real though. This base, I mean, every block is... Wait a minute. That doesn't mean that... Oh my god. What the